Hello everybody and welcome back. Now I'd normally say welcome back to Lost Souls, but I'm using Lost Souls as a framework really, I suppose, in order to do a few more bits and pieces. Now what I'd like to do today is to do some automation of Botania, especially with Living Wood and Living Rock. I thought this was fairly straightforward. I was watching a video by Danny and Son, and he says, he was using refined storage, he just put that on there and basically planes destroy and put blocks down. I thought I'll be able to do that with AE2, see how that goes. But it's actually tricky. So let's have a look at how we can do it. Hopefully it'll work. It's not always so straightforward. Now one of the problems is you've got a lot of blocks here. Now what you need is a formation called a formation plane and an annihilation plane to put one block down and to break it again. Now that means you need 2 channels per block. So that's 8 blocks, so that's 16, and another over there is 32, which is a lot of channels. And I was going, I don't really want to use all my channels for doing that. So how else could I do it? Well, you can do it with subnetworks. So let's have a look at that first of all. Here I've got a smart cable which I brought all the way around from the other side. In fact, it's only got 8 channels on this one. The one below is dense, so it's fine. We've got plenty of channels on that. So let's put down an ME terminal on here first of all, just to show we've actually got access to everything. This is just a standard ME terminal. It takes a few seconds to come online, and when it does, we see everything that we've got in the main system. If I go to my wireless booster, Infinity Wireless booster card, this one, we can see we've got the same stuff in here, no differences. Now to do this, normally what you do is you put down an ME storage bus and then connect that up. So what we could do, for example, is connect that to an ME interface. So let's put, for example, down one ME storage bus down here like that, and an ME interface onto it. Got too much stuff in mind. Let's just move that out of the way. I don't need that, do I? No. Like this, and then you connect another network to this one. So what we need to do is then connect a bit of quartz fiber here and connect that with another cable. I've got some pink cable. We'll use that very pretty pink cable like that. So that basically means this should be online, and in fact we should show us one channel being in use. Yes, it does. One channel of 8. So that one channel of 8 is just the ME interface, and here we've got 2 channels. Now one of the channels would be the terminal and the other channel would be the storage bus. So let's put on to this one another terminal and see what we can see. Nothing, because it's a subnetwork. Now it's not exactly what I want this, in fact, as it happens, because I would like to be able to come to my main network. Let's put in there, tell you what we'll do. I've got an encoded pattern here, so that's creating one living wood from one oak wood. Press shift on it, you can see the picture. So I'll put this one into the ME interface here. Where's it gone to? There. I'll remove that, so that was some testing I was doing. Like that. So now, if we look at this, we got the crafting recipe for living wood. So I thought, that's great. So let's go and see if we can go to the main terminal here now. That's not a crafting terminal, I've got it one on our wireless card. Let's do it on there. So let's look for living wood. It's not there. The reason it's not there is these are actually the wrong way around. I need to put this one on, but afterwards. So let's do that. Let's remove that from there and then actually put it on top of this one on here. And you can do this. That's an ME input bus. I want a storage bus on top of this like this. So you still see we've now got 2 channels, one for the terminal and one for the storage bus, and the same is true for this one. We should have 2 channels. We're not just seeing 2 channels because we've got the ME interface as a channel and the terminal. So we see everything in the terminal, and here we see everything in the terminal. Oh yes, there we are. So 2 channels. I was looking at this one, wasn't I? Just seeing them. Oh, it does say 2 channels now. Anyway, so this takes a while to come online, especially when the frame rate's a bit slow. So we can see everything. Now what we want to do in this one is, I think we don't want bidirectional mode, we only want insert mode. So you can change that here. So we want to insert this back into the thing, so we need insert mode only. So we should only be able to see nothing. So I was going, that's fairly good. That's probably what we want. So let's put onto here some annihilation planes, some formation planes. And I was thinking, that'll be dead easy. No problem to do these at all. Those are the formation planes. Let's put the breaking annihilation planes on here. And then I looked at this one. Okay, so this is a formation plane, so we want to put some oak wood into that. Have I got some oak wood in this chest here? Just to have good. Let's just put oak wood in this pattern here. Then I connected it up. So like this, I connected it onto here. I need to break the wood, of course, but let's just connect it all up first of all. What I wanted to do with this one is I wanted actually another colour. I'm going to use cyan for this one. And I'm going to connect all of these 3 together. And then connect this back over here into this, but so it doesn't join the network. Actually, let's join the network like that. And then this should get 4 channels coming through it. 3 of 8 channels. There we go. You've got our 3 channels there plus our interface, so we should see 4 channels. So let's break one of these blocks. So let's break this one because I set this up here with some wood already. Okay. So that should take a few seconds to put another piece of wood down. But unfortunately it doesn't. So then I go in and read the manual. And basically what it says is the formation plane will put down any item that comes into the network. So for example, let's put an item down. Let's open up thing. Let's get that chest out of here. One of these chests. And open up the crafting terminal. I think we can do it this way. I'm not 100% sure. Just shift click that into there. Wait a few seconds. Nothing. So I'm going, oh, okay, I don't fully understand this. Why has that not come into there? So what you have to do is you have to basically export that out into an item and then import it. So that's why I was hesitating with this thing here. So for example, let's take this chest here. I'm going to break it. So I know it's got the wood in there. There's no problem going to do that. And then we can connect this together with an import bus. Like this. Of course, there's no connection now, so I have to basically connect this thing up. So what I'm going to do is put a formation, another quartz fiber here, and then connect that to the pink cable over here, because the pink cable is actually connected. Oh, wrong. Let's try that again. Like that. So these will then get power like that. So now if I put something in this chest here, let's put in that. Let's put that chest in that chest. I think I've got another one in here, haven't I? After a few seconds, I've got no space. I have to fill it off. I've got to make some space. The chest gets put down, which is actually not too bad. It looks worse than it is, but let's break the chest and get it back again. I don't actually need this in here, because what we're going to ensure is we're only going to put oak wood in here. So if we put in a piece of oak wood, it'll get taken out and it gets put into this one. So then that starts to get converted. So then I thought, okay, let's just connect up the annihilation planes up like this. They won't connect because that's pink and that's blue. Was that connected in? Yes, it is. Okay. I was expecting this to get picked up because I haven't got any filters on this yet. We've got a storage bus here, which basically can see nothing, can it? So it's got nothing to see. So what we have to do here, if I put in for example, if I put in a piece of oak wood, let's get a piece of oak wood out of the system. Have I got any in? And I've got some around somewhere. I think it's in this. A couple out. Oh, that's converted. Let's put another one into here like this. And that'll come out. Actually comes out there, and let's put into here now oak wood. So what you expect to see is you expect to get this oak wood being picked up by these annihilation planes. I've got the right mode, insert only. Like that, and it's not picking it up. And I'm going, that's a bit strange. Why is that not working? And actually I'm not 100% sure because I was trying to know it should be working. But let's put in some living wood in here. Also as a pattern. So that allows these to get picked up. And I think I've got to put this into here. So if I put a piece in there like that. Let's put a piece in. Oh, I just want one piece really. I was expecting this to work, and it's all connected and live, as you can see. And these have been converted to living woods, but now I removed that, as you noticed, and the living wood disappeared. It has done it. So I thought, okay, that's not too bad. Let's try that again. Put down the piece of oak. But of course, you put down the piece of oak, and it gets picked up straight away. I think it's something. I'm not 100% sure exactly what's going on here. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a bit buggy, but it might be me. Let's take another piece of oak out for you, and let's put into this chest another piece of oak. That gets imported by this fairly slowly and gets picked up straight away. So now we need to partition this, and let's put into this some living wood. That together, can't I? And let's try that again. Put a piece of oak into here like that. And this time it hasn't got picked up. So I'm going, well, that's actually how I want it to behave. And I don't understand why it didn't pick it up before when it was set up. That's what's confusing me a bit. Maybe you just have to do this thing in a certain order. So let's put two more pieces in here. And you notice they get taken out fairly slowly. The reason for that, this hasn't got any acceleration cards in it. Let's see if we can make some acceleration cards. We've got 3. Actually 3 will do just fine. Let's put those into there. Might only need 1 as it happens. So when these convert, in fact, can you put them on there? I don't think you can put acceleration cards into here. I don't think you need to. I think it just goes straight through very fast. But they will go and then it'll get. See, that one got now picked up as we expect it to do. So maybe what you're going to do is set this thing up and then put in the third partition. These two were in slightly later on, one after the other. So I'm going to let these do it, and we'll put in. There we go. That one's changed, and that's changed. So that's now working. So in here, there's nothing in here, of course. It's just a storage bus. So we should see some living wood in the system. Let's have a look at this terminal over here. We've got 4, and it's craftable. Let's craft some. Let's say to craft some more. Let's say we're going to craft 3. Now they should come out here, and because of that, they've all got put down immediately. As you can see, that's because of the acceleration cards in here. So they'll sort of do their thing and come back again. So what the advantage of this is, I'm using subnetworks. In fact, I've actually got 3 subnetworks here, or 2 subnetworks and the main network. So green's the main network, and pink is the formation core, And I don't need this terminal because you're never going to see anything on that terminal. And so therefore we can do a lot more items. So let's do that. So for example, a lot more. I've only got a couple more planes to be honest with you, so can't do that many. What we could of course do is do the same thing for rock. So there we can go down to that far. We can put onto here some formation cores. So we need a formation core. So that's got picked. That got picked. They've all got picked up straight away as they got converted. So we need to do the same thing with the pink one as well. So let's do the pink one like that. Don't really need two sets of datas. We can do it this way. So where's it gone to? I need this one. I've got two more annihilation cores, planes like that, and you see I put it straight away. It goes straight away down, which is probably not what I wanted to do because I've got to put up the formation planes first of all, shouldn't I? So let's do those. Maybe I can do that from this side. I'm hoping I can. Yes, we can. Good. So this time we can do the same thing for rock, and now it doesn't matter where they get placed, of course. So all we need to do is go and create another pattern. Let's go and do that. Oh, actually, while I'm here, let's make another terminal. I want to make the pattern terminal we've made interface terminal. Is actually one we should really make. I would prefer to use a straightforward ME interface because I've got lots of those and they're a bit cheaper than the other ones. Let's just use the standard ME interface. A terminal and engineering processor will give us an ME interface terminal. What I want to do with this is it allows you to move items around without actually having to go to the place. Let's remove that, put that one over here, and take the interface terminal here. So then we can see our different things, so where we can see where we're making things and where it's got space and all the rest of it. As you can see now, you can see the pulverizer and the redstone furnace and other rest of it, and the inscribers. So you can see the inscriber recipe for the encoded pattern, which is great. Makes life a lot easier. So what we're now going to do is we're now going to make another recipe. Get rid of that one, and I'm going to use. I need a process recipe, and I'm going to make a living rock from stone. Let's get some stone off the system. Ordinary plain, common in a garden, stone, which of course is here. So one of those is going to make a living rock. So I've probably got some. We've got some living rock in here. I'm not sure actually. I think we have, yes. One piece. So let's put that in there and then bring that recipe down here. Then we can put that into the pattern terminal. We can put it into the same place as we put the ME into this chest one here. So we can put that in here like that. So now we can craft some living rock. So let's do that. Let's craft 5 living rock because we've got 5 spaces. No jobs free. Let's have a look. I have to spell, don't I? So I've now got craftable. Let's make 5 of those. And have a look. Now they will get placed out over here. Now hopefully they all got placed at the same time because of the speed interface. As you can see, it's now working nicely, isn't it? So what you can do next, or what you can also do, is you can control this. So say how many items you want to keep in storage, and I think the best way to do that is presumably with the storage bus. So let's tell it to do that as well. So underneath here, I made another ME interface, but I haven't got a storage bus on it. So I've got some stuff in here like that because I was running out of space, and underneath that I had to run the red cable, the dense cable. I think there was some complication with this because it wasn't giving me all 10 channels. There's 10 or 11 channels now. it needs 11 channels before we can actually connect everything up. Oh, of course it does, because it was 10 before and I've added this ME terminal. Yeah, let's just put that down here. So now let's craft some a storage bus. So I've got 18 living wood in here, and let's say that the recipe's not here. It's very important when you do this stuff to make sure that you put the recipe. Let's say we always want to have 8 in stock, like this, and we've got 5. So that's going to tell us we're going to create another 3. So we're going to have a look at the crafting recipes in here. We've got our 5 living wood which have been crafted, and we've got 3 rock, and then we've got 3 living wood to be crafted. So these are going to get pulled up. They've already been converted, of course, but we haven't got the recipe for that in here yet to allow it to be picked up. So I forgot to put in the living rock in here. So I put that in, and hopefully they've disappeared. There you go. And it's now put down the wood. So that is actually working. Complicated, I thought to myself, compared to what I saw from Danny and Son. But I think that's the way you've got to do it with AE2. Maybe there's an easier way, I'm not 100% sure. And hopefully you've understood it, because it's not that straightforward. So let's go and do something that might be a bit easier now. We got those two, we don't need the terminals on there, so you can see how it's all working. So I'm running now annihilation, and of course you can take this all the way around here, build 3 more of each. Probably don't even need this, because we're always going to keep a number of living wood and living rock in stock. I haven't done the living rock yet. Let's do that first. I've actually got some. I've got 1 here, so let's just come to this one. I think let's put it up here, and that should pull it out of the system. There we go. So now we've got 2. Hopefully we're going to get 8. Six. Let's put, oh, we did 5 because we had the original. So let's put 6 there and put it down there, and that'll automatically tell us to craft another 6. That's the one that's crafting. Has he not done all of them? It should do more. I'm not sure it hasn't done the others yet. Maybe it needs some more time. Let's check the other CPU. No, it's still not that one. So that'll get picked up and done again. How many? Let's just check. It's this one, isn't it? We've got 6. And I already want 8. So I'm going to wait for that to come through. There's the 7th one. Let's check the crafting recipes again. Now it's doing 5, which would have made the 6 before. I don't ask me why I didn't do it before, so let's just, we're going to wait for 1 more, and then we can put that in there. And then we can actually put the rest in the system again. It doesn't matter very much. So those 5 should come in fairly quickly. In fact, you can see them coming through there, look. Of course, if you want to have a lot more, if you wanted to store 1,000, for instance, you'd have to do it differently. You couldn't use this anymore, this technique anymore, because you would need lots of storage blocks in here. So what you do is then create a toggle bus and an emitter, and you turn the emitter off when you've actually got enough, telling it not to do anymore. But of course, then you have to separate these 2 up. But that's another thing. So let's do the next thing here. Let's do, there we go. Right, now I can tell it to do 8. Where is it? That's in here, isn't it? So now we've got our 5. So we want 2 of these. Actually 1 of those. Put that back in there. Tell it to do 8. Put those in there. It's probably triggered a recipe off already, because it's fast. It did the 1. that's triggered off already, so it'll come back. So now we're guaranteed to always have in the system 8 living wood and 8 living rock, plus or minus a little bit. So the next thing we can do the same thing with any of the crafting actually. So let's have a look at this next one that's interesting, and that would probably be these two. So the mana pool and the runic altar. And I've still got on here this switch here. That should change it. Yeah, you can see here it's now a mana pool, and what I've done underneath there was to put a block so it goes up. Do you want to have a look at that? I don't know why I showed you this before actually. Probably do need to put one of those down there. Let's just do it like that. That was slow. So I've got I've got a piston here, which has been triggered by this switch. So when I flick the switch, it basically pushes this block down. So that's not underneath this mana pool anymore. Link it up again, and it comes up. There's a sticky piston. So the sticky piston is pushing the redstone block down. At the moment it's down, that's right. And when it's down, this piston is activated. It's as simple as that really. It was a vertical implementation of a horizontal design I've seen before. Anyway, so for the time we want this. Ideally I've set up a second mana pool, which might be a good idea anyway. So what we have to do is now we need a block on top of this. How am I going to do that? Can I put a block of glass on there? Yes I can, good. And I think I want one space above that, and like that. And then we need an open crate. So let's make an open crate. I think they're not too difficult. This one. So that's 7 pieces of living wood. Why did that not? Planks. Ah, okay, planks. Well, that was a bit expensive. I did have a recipe for this one. We're going to probably make 2 of this, so we'll get some more planks out of the system. Let's just take those out of there. Not enough. We need to make at least 2. I think so. That'll be 14. That's enough. Let's try that again. Get 2. Good. Now there's a trick I discovered. I was wondering how to do it. Anyway, what it is a way to shift your stuff back into the AE2 system. If you hold down Shift and double click an item, it'll push all of those items into that, but you have to be very fast with a double click. So let's put the open crate down here. That's good, because actually it's perfect as it happens, because I've got an open crate, one on this side and one on this side. I've also got, I haven't got any cable coming through here, but we can go and get some cable. You'll see that that's got converted to sapphire ore due to my, and that one, and lapis ore. The other, I can't remember what the other one was. We need to be one more out, I think. Let's just change this to being 2x1 mode. Yeah, there we go. Because it's here. Oh, actually it's here. I have to break it down here. And I made quite a lot of thick or dense smart cable, green smart cable. So I brought it all the way around here. Let's bring this across. Good. Of course, with the unbreakable one, you can just fill this stuff back in dead easily. So now we've got it coming out here, which is basically where we want it to. What did I pick up? Sapphire. Okay. Some lapis. What was that one? Copper ore. Okay. Embers, copper ore. So I can remove these 2 now. Let's change this back to normal mode. Pick those two up. So what we can of course do is put an ME interface between on top of these things. So let's do that. So I'm going to bring up the cable up here. I'll bring it up like that, and then after that we'll just use thin cables because we don't need that many. I've got 20 thin cables anyway, so we've got to go up and bring these on top of that, some ME interfaces. So now I've got 9 ME interfaces there, so let's put these two down. Let's fly a bit because it's probably easier. And you do know with ME interfaces, if you right click them, actually I just do it like that, don't I? Yes, good. Huh, thought that might happen. Doesn't matter very much, we can put it back again. You right click them on the top here with a quartz wrench or a crescent hammer, you change its pattern. It's got a down arrow in it like that. That basically tells it that it's only going in that direction. So if there was another interface, an inventory on the side of it, it will not go into that inventory. It guarantees it's going to go down to the bottom, to the inventory below. So that's actually one of those useful things. So now we can go and create a recipe. So let's, for example, go and create a mana pearl recipe. So mana pearls are created from ender pearls, aren't they? We have no shortage of ender pearls, 16,000. So let's create one of those. Let's put that in there and go and create one first of all. Now the only trouble here is we don't know which open crate is which. So anyway, we'll throw it into those and get it picked up again. And you'll see it's busy getting some more mana in there. I've not got very good mana generation at the moment. So back in here, and then we can say that's what it produces. So that's that recipe. Now we can go and guess which crate it is, or we can go and we'll put it into the interface of that crate. So let's do that. So that's how we generate mana pearl. We can do a mana diamond as well, of course, and some mana powder. Let's take a diamond. Powder, I think is, what have we got lots of? Redstone. Let's take redstone. I think it's these two, I'm not 100% sure. So let's just, before I do that, let's go into this. You'll see my XP went down when it was there, by the way. So let's just set up the recipe for this one first of all. Diamond. We'll throw that in. So that's our recipe for the mana diamond. Oh, wrong one. Then we can, now we know where it is because we can find the mana pearl on here somewhere. There'll be an open crate 0, so we can then put that into that one there. So that's the mana diamond, and the last one will be, I think it's redstone. Redstone, glowstone, and gunpowder are the 3 for producing mana dust, I think it is. Let's just throw that in there. Mana powder, yes, exactly. And I forgot to put that into the thing, didn't I? So let's just get some more redstone out of here. So we can now create recipes for this stuff. I haven't tested this yet, have I? So that's one of those. Wrong. That's one of these for redstone. So that's the pattern. Go to the interface terminal, go and find the road. So you can actually type it in actually. For example, crate. You can see the two crates in here. Or you could have looked for mana something as well. That's another way to search for it. And you come straight to the right crate for that. So you can put that one in. Where did it go to? Oh, there. I can't just shift click it. Okay. So those are those three. So we can actually now make a mana diamond. Let's do that. So we've now got these craftable items. We've already got some mana powder. Let's craft a mana pearl. Next. Start. Now what's going to happen is it's going to go over here. But we're not picking it up yet. There should be, yep, there we are. Now there's two ways to pick it up. Well, lots of ways really. I could use this. And this is a small storage crate. And at the moment it's got on it an advanced filter. And the advanced filter's got in, I can't remember what it's got in actually. I think it's, oh yes, that's right. Interconnect some litherite blocks. I probably don't need that. We probably can move that over here a bit. Let's do that, because then we can put an import bus into this. Oops, too aggressive. Let's move this out of the way. Let's repair. I'll leave that for the time being. Repair it in a minute. So I can put quite happily onto this. We'll do it here, I think. Let's put this chest down here. And then we can put on the side of this chest an ME import bus. And we can say, we can put on here the item collector. Now obviously the disadvantage of this is it's fairly limited in its choice of items. In fact, I probably don't need to say anything in here, but except for I probably would. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this filter again. So at the moment this is whitelisting these items. So let's just remove these items. The only thing I can think of that we actually put into here is living rock. And when you put living rock onto the runic altar, it produces that. So let's just take a piece of living rock out of here. Oh, what have I got there? And okay. And ironstone. So let's go. So what we can do is then blacklist this as an item coming into here. I'll put the living rock black actually because I don't want it with me at the moment. But we'll put this into this filter here like that. So that's blacklisting this. We can also set the radius. So the radius is probably only about 3 blocks. So you don't pick up other things. It might pick up blaze powders from in here as well, for example. But that would possibly be, yeah, I'll have to remove the, I think the easiest thing to do is to take a blaze powder out of here. Put that into the filter. Oh, I still need to take that out of there, don't I? My inventory's so full. I do not like my inventory management. That's because I picked up these sapphires and other bits and pieces and doing the processing. So let's go on to that. Take this out of here. And we'll also blacklist blaze rods. I don't think we ever need to pick up blaze rods. Put that back in again. So now I can throw this blaze rod onto this pressure plate here. Before I do that, I'll take sure I should really turn off this ring of magnetization anyway. Most of the time. Let's just throw that into there. Missed. There it goes. So now when that gets taken by one of these plants, another one drops out. But if I take it, remove it manually, it stops that process. As you can see, it's producing. They're all taking all of these plants, flowers are taking it. Which ones have we got? So the ender flames are taking the blaze rods, and the rose arcana is taking the XP. As you see now, I've got no more XP because it's filled it up with that. So anyway, let's carry on with this process. So that's working good. The next thing is some runic crafting. So let's do that one. Of course, the last thing would be the what's it called? Pedestal, which is over there. And it's the same thing, I think, for that as well. So we'll clear that off. So let's have a look at let's get a pattern now for something else. So I can clear that off there like that. Get rid of these. Don't need these with me at the moment. Copper ore. Not sure what to do with that. Let's get rid of that living rock. Lapis. Okay, that's got rid of most of the stuff that I picked up on my way. So now let's have a look. Runic altar. So let's have a look what we got for the runic altar. Try again. This one here. So we look for the uses of that. So for instance, we can make a. This one's awkward because of the fishing rods. The fishing rods, it's really awkward. Let's pick one that's a bit easier to do. In fact, this one is probably the easiest one to do. Mana steel. We need to make a mana steel ingot as well, and that'll give us rune of earth. So we need mana powder, mana steel, some stone, block of coal, a mushroom. Okay, so let's see if we can do it. So we need some mana steel. I'm not sure I've got any mana steel. I have got some mana steel. Good. Didn't create the recipe for this. Should create the recipe for this as well, because it's basically 1 iron ingot. In the mana pool makes mana steel, so let's just get that process set up as well. Put it into the right place. Okay, good. That's done. Gets easier. So now we need a mana steel. Which was the one I was trying to do. This one, isn't it? Rune of earth. So we need mana powder, a mana steel, stone. Let's get those out of there. Powder. What happened to that? Oh. Only got one. Stone. Next one was a block of coal. I think that's a bit of an awkward one, so let's have a look for earth. Block of coal. Let's create a recipe for that first of all, and that was a mistake, wasn't it? Because I lost the other recipes. Let's create the recipe for that. That just wants to go into a standard ME interface. Molecular assembler, if we got some free. We have got a few bits free actually. So let's put that into there. Where's it gone to there? Block of coal. Now of course what I've done is I've lost all the recipes of the things I was just doing a minute ago, which wasn't very clever. So it was a mana. I should really put the items down here, then we've got everything in ourselves. So we need a block of coal. Oh yeah, good, we've got 64. We need some stone. Oops, I should take that out, shouldn't I? Put that in there. We're into some dust. Dust, mana dust. Easy to say mana, wouldn't it? And the last one was a mushroom. Not very many mushrooms, we've got enough. And then we need a piece of living wood. living rock. So I don't have one of those yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit. So let's have I'll put one of these in. Let's put this like this and say it makes 50 of these. Okay, and then we can create this recipe and create this pattern. So wrong, very strange. So let's go back over here, and now I put this into the crate again. So we know that that's this one over here. So we can now produce some valor spread. Let's do it. So we can craft that. Craft one of those next. Start. So that should have put the items over here. And it should be working. As you can see, the items are going through there, dropping down. Now it started the process, and the last one that should come out is the living rock. And the living rock shouldn't be picked up by the collector. Oh, I need to right click it, don't I? I need to right click this with the Wander the Forest. So that's the one bit I've forgotten about. Now I've got my Wander the Forest somewhere. I think I've got the Wander the Forest somewhere. Where has it gone to? Huh. Well, that's my Wander the Forest. Have I put it in a chest? I've got a feeling I put some stuff in a chest somewhere. But I'm not sure where it is because I can't find a few bits and pieces I've been looking for. One of those was my spacesuit. I wouldn't be repairing it, would I? Oh, it's so annoying. Tell you what, we'll have to make another one. So let's do that. So we need some living wood twigs, which is straightforward. 3. We'll just create any of these, doesn't matter which one we create. That'll do. Fine, yellow. And then we'll get I wonder if we've got one around. User. Good, we have. Mechanical user. I want to be careful, I don't want to pick up this block really. So now I've got to put it down. Yeah, it's facing the wrong way. I'm going to put this into here. Like that. And I'm going to say, just use item on block, I think is what we have to do. And then we can rotate it. And there we go. And it just should actually carry on using that item in the block all the time. We don't have to do anything else with it. In fact, I'll go on here, didn't I? Didn't realise. So that should have been collected in here and then should have gone away. So we should have got our runes of earth. Let's have a look. Try again. And indeed we do. So now what we have to do is we want to fix that recipe. Because it thinks we need this valor spread, and we haven't got this valor spread because it'll still be trying to craft that valor spread. In fact, it's trying to craft that one too, so I cancel that one. And here we've got 50 valor spread. So what we can do to fix that, the sort of the easy way, is to put 50 valor spread in there. So we get the recipe out of here again. This time, come along to the pattern terminal. put the pattern back into here, and it shows us what we've got. But it was the same one as last time. So we now correct that and update the recipe here. So that's now correct. So we can now put this back into here. In the right place. So we can always make runes of earth. And what I'm going to do, because we've got a 50 valor spread, all I'm going to do is put the 50 valor spread in here. It'll get taken out slowly as it happens, because I should make some more acceleration codes for this one and the input bus. Let's do that while I'm thinking about it. Can we do this? No, we need some pure crystals. Let's make sure we got some pure. Probably should 27. Let's craft 50 of those. So this we need some of advanced cards. Make 10. I think the rest of those things will automatically be processed as it happens. So we're making those, and yes, they're crafting some more calculation processors to make sure that we've got those in stock. So we've got probably got a few of these already made now. So we probably can use that to make some more acceleration cards. We've got 10. So we can go back over here and then put that into here, and maybe it's already finished. Oh yes, I've picked up that thing. Yeah, it's already taken them out, so that's fine. Let's just put in a couple into here. And next time it'll be very fast. But as it happens, it didn't pick it up this time. Let's do that, because it wasn't fast enough, which is good. So now, let's get rid of that, and let's just check what's crafting. Nothing. Good. Doesn't change. So we could do some more runes of earth. We don't need them, but let's just try that. Start. And let's see if the whole process works as expected. We know that the first bits do. As you can see, the things are being dropped down. Let's go a bit closer. Let's go over here even. That's a living wood. Can we actually reach this thing? Can't see it. It's in progress because my wands has disappeared somewhere. But it will be progressing. Oh, hold on a second. I'm missing a block of coal. Why did it not make the block of coal? Because I haven't put the recipe in, is that right? Yes, I have. That's strange. Now we've got blocks of coal anyway. Oh, I missed something on here. Something get picked up. It's possible that something got picked up by this because I was too quick. I think it's fairly fast, the item collector. Not instantaneous. Got a block of coal here. We'll use this one. I'll just put it into the. Can I put that on the ME interface? Yes, I can, but it doesn't work. I've got to put it in here. Let's get the block of coal out of the system again. So for some reason it didn't put the block of coal into the system, because these generally don't float like the you can't pick them up. Unlike the living rock, so they got picked up very fast, got put into there and then got imported. So we should have some more runes. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got 2 more. So we've got the 2 we made here and the 2 more, so we've got 4. So that sort of automates that. I'm a bit unhappy with that. Maybe we could do it another way without using an item collector, because I might have to save that for another day, because I've already spent an hour, which is rather a long time. Probably should cut some of this out, shouldn't I? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it or learnt something new. Until next time, bye for now.